Innovation is about being brave. Innovation is about not being afraid to stand out alone, maybe in the crowd, about asking the difficult questions. It's about thinking maybe a little bit outside the box and believing in yourself and the ability of those folks around you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ICBA ThinkTECH Accelerator Demo Day. Please welcome Stephanie Foster, Managing Director of the FinTech Accelerator Programs.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to those of you joining us virtually online, and welcome to everyone here in Atlanta at Georgia Tech. Welcome to Accelerator Program 5, the 5th edition of our program, but the first since bringing the Accelerator in-house at the ICBA. My name is Stephanie Foster. I'm the Managing Director of the Accelerator Program. Over the next 90 minutes, you will hear from our leadership at the ICBA, and you will have the opportunity to learn more about our innovation journey and how our mission is to help community banks flourish. Our 6 cohort companies will each pitch for 7 minutes, and you, the audience, both in person and those of you watching online, will have the opportunity to vote for the best solution that you believe will help our banks flourish. So please pay close attention to the presentations, all right? Your vote counts, every vote counts. We will also present the MVP Award, Most Valuable Participant, at the end of the session, but more to come on that. Following the formal presentations, you're all welcome to join us downstairs on the first floor for a reception. We look forward to having you today. It's gonna be a great show. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. And at this time, I would like to welcome Kevin Tweddle, Senior Executive Vice President at the ICBA.
Great. Well, thank you, Stephanie. It's great to see everybody today. What a great day. We want to welcome you. We've got a wide group of folks. We've got our community bankers, fintechs, service providers, subject matter experts, really all those that serve the community bank and fintech community. So we welcome you virtually, but it's always great to be here in Atlanta. So to some of us that are local, it's also known as the ATL. It's certainly, the weather today serves it to be called Hotlanta. But we at ICBA today want to call it the Global Center for Community Bank Innovation. So excited you're here with us today. You know, it's on special days like today that kind of make me a little nostalgic. It was just 5 years ago at ICBA that we began our innovation journey, really with a white sheet of paper. What can we do to help impact our community banks on their journey of innovation? And we made we spent a year studying it, and we spent, there are 2 key tenets to that. So after talking to bankers and many of folks like you in the room, we said, we think fintech partnerships are going to be critical for community banks to flourish for years and decades to come. So we have to do something about that. And at the time, there's a lot of talk about innovation, but really not any action. So what can we do that is enabling and action-based? So thus, that became the birth of our ThinkTech Accelerator program that we are now in our 5th iteration of today. So it's pretty exciting. Now, it makes me think back to our first year. So our first cohort, we worked with a partner. We had a 12-week program, this one 12-week program, and we had about 60 bankers and we had 9 fintechs. Well, now this is, we call it AP5, our accelerator, 5th accelerator program. And once we turn the tassel on our 6 companies today, we'll have 44 fintech companies. And over that 5-year period, we would have been in front of 1,200 bankers across the country. So super excited about the success we've had. And really, innovation is actually a pillar of ICBA. We have advocacy, education, and innovation. So it's really a critical component of all that we do at ICBA. And beyond just our 44 companies, our fintech companies, we've got over 240 corporate members. We've got 24 preferred service providers. We've got 4 for-profit subsidiary companies, all providing you the best of the best community banks, the best of the best solutions out there. And really, again, among those 4 subsidiaries, BankCard and TCM, we're going to hear about instant payments and deposit generation today. So BankCard and TCM have been integral in our instant payments journey and our ability to provide you the very best solutions. Along with these solution providers, we have many other partners. We've got our state associations across the country. I know John McNair is in here somewhere with Community Bankers of Georgia, and we thank John really for welcoming us here to Atlanta. We're excited to be in Atlanta. We're going to be opening an office here in a couple months, and just John and the Community Bankers Association of Georgia have been integral in really plugging us into one of the most robust fintech and banking communities in the country, if not the world. So we're super pleased to be here, and we're super pleased about that partnership. We continue to build on our successes in not only growing the program, but impacting our community banks wherever we can. You think about really the impact of our fintech companies through the PPP program. I mean, community banks were heroes at that point in time in delivering much needed capital to small businesses across the country. And we had many of our fintech companies participate in that. That's just one example. We continue to work with policymakers and regulatory agencies to really make sure the bank fintech partnership ecosystem is safe and sound for community banks. And ultimately, we just want to provide the very best solutions out there for our community banks. I'm so proud we have our small but mighty innovation team with us at ICBA, but do know it takes a village, and we have the best team across the association at ICBA. Our bankers, our member banks, our leadership bankers, our board of directors have been tremendously supportive as we continue our efforts to make positive impact to our community banks and help create a better experience for their customers. Well, I look forward to a great inaugural demo day here in Atlanta, Hotlanta. And as we focus on our solutions, and again, we're going to be focused on instant payments and deposit generation. You're going to love our 6 companies that you're going to hear from today, and we're excited to be here. I'd like to now turn the floor over to my partner in crime, the Executive Vice President and Chief Innovation Officer, and I like to call him the Chief Energy Officer, and that would be Charles Potts, and he's going to talk about where we go from here as we continue to evolve this program. We re-engineer and we re-innovate this program and try to make it better and better, and we could not do that without Charles's amazing leadership, and you'll enjoy hearing from Charles here. So thank you all.
Everybody say hello to Brad Bolton. Have to do that for him. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the campus of the Georgia Institute of Technology. As you can, many of you know, it's very near and dear to me. This is a school whose stated mission is to develop leaders who advance technology and inspire the human condition. And I could not think of a more appropriate venue in which to unveil the first cohort from our reimagined ICBA ThinkTECH Accelerator. For it was on this very campus 43 years ago that one of the first and most successful and longest running business incubators, ATDC, was created. We share a really good partnership with that organization still to this day. And there are many successful fintech companies that have come out of this environment, like Greenlight, Trust Stamp, Data Sears, Monado, Christian Roopson here. And equally important, we've enjoyed some alumni in our ICBA ThinkTECH Accelerator, like Moment and Finosec. It's our sincerest wish that some of this history provides inspiration and guidance to this ICBA ThinkTECH cohort, as we also recognize that our lives are becoming more increasingly digital, with financial products and services available from an array of bank and non-bank providers, making the need to advance the adoption of new technologies by community banks even more critical. As Kevin mentioned, PPP showed us that community banks can be innovative, they can be nimble, they can be responsive, and challenging the status quo and reimagining the art of relationship banking to better serve their customers and meet their needs now and into the future. That's what this great evolution is all about, and our ICBA ThinkTECH Accelerator is representative of that, where we can provide a platform that allows community bankers to share their needs, their insights, experiences, and their expertise to develop real-world situations primed to propel our industry forward, to advance and inspire. It's also about making sure that the fintech companies that you're going to see here and that participate with us and their founders understand how to evolve their businesses to work with community banks. Being part of this collaborative process with the ultimate goal of creating mission-driven and purpose-built solutions that reflect a more targeted focus on community bank lines of business, reflecting their current customers' needs and future needs. The first step is recognizing that the very same lean and agile methodologies and approaches used by many of the tech companies and taught within programs like ours and others can be adopted by bankers as they embrace new approaches to use this technology. Because bankers no longer need to think in terms of big, prolonged, big bang project cycles. Think shorter development cycles and ongoing innovation iterations. And keeping with that philosophy, we've announced that we are taking applications for our next accelerator, AP6, to kick off later in the fall, to keep innovating, to keep moving. With a growing pace of innovation, expect to see more forums from us, showcasing our alumni, as well as additional targeted innovation programming through collaborations with ICBA's Community Bank University and at industry events hosted by our state association partners like Community Bankers of Georgia and other key industry stakeholders. Because at the end of the day, we're looking to provide practical, accessible, and actionable solutions that inspire increased prosperity for community banks and the customers and communities they serve, to advance and inspire. And now to provide a little more inspiration about our ever-evolving innovation initiatives, my good friend and our new Senior Vice President Innovation Programming, Wayne Miller.
Thanks, Charles. So where do fish deposit their money? In the riverbank, of course. I'm sorry, I had to use that one. Listen, it's been a fantastic journey. Thank you all for being here. What a pleasure, great place to be. This 10 weeks has been remarkable and a particularly Herculean effort from the folks inside of the ICBA. I've changed the ICBA now to I Can Be Amazing instead of Independent Community Bankers of America. So thank you all, you were amazing for sure. Give you some stats here. So for the past 10 weeks, we've hosted nearly 300 hours on Zoom. Yes, I'm exhausted. I know Joey is too. Over 200 virtual visitors have visited the program. We've had an overwhelming response from our bankers, putting us at 114% of capacity, what we laid this program out to do. And for our first iteration in shortening this program, it's really been quite remarkable. Really, thanks to all who have participated. I want to say a thanks to our selection committee and our advisory committee who helps to make sure that the solutions that we pick are highly relevant in dealing with the acute needs of our community bankers. I also want to give a huge congrats to the cohort. These folks just raised the bar. I've been doing this is my 15th time doing this. I have never seen a group perform the way this group has. And I really mean that very sincerely. Just great work, y'all. this program has evolved. We started this 5 years ago, pretty much 12 weeks, 10 companies, and it was a big lift. Obviously, the pandemic happened, and we changed the way we went about things. But we have gone to this laser focus that has resonated very positively through the feedback we've been able to get from our banks, that working with 3 companies in the 2 topics that you've heard about today, which are obviously that of acquiring and retention of deposits, and also that of instant payments, are certainly been relevant and acute to those needs. We have a promise to our bankers, and that is that we are going to bring forth companies that they can truly deploy tomorrow. So what you see are companies that are not proving concept, but proving value, and really have the capacity to make a difference for the banks that want to adopt them. And we measure some of our success, obviously, by the speed at which these companies are adopted. As Charles noted, we already have plans underway for AP6, so we'll be doing at least 2 of these a year, maybe 3 next year, as well as adding a great deal of additional innovation programming. We're excited to get to 12, maybe 18 companies per year. Our next focus, as Kevin mentioned as well, will be on data and also on managing small business solutions for our bankers. Lots more coming, obviously, in the months ahead. I only have 13 more pages to go, by the way. At their core, these fintech partnerships represent a true collaboration and shared vision. There's enough of us in the audience that remember the words fintech 7 to 8 years ago was not a word that you wanted to say pretty much out loud. Today, I say the word fintech and partnership are almost synonymous, and I think it's important. And we've seen that highly collaborative environment that we've been able to create at the ICBA with our bankers and with our fintechs, where everybody wins. That's highly collaborative. It's a safe place. It's not Shark Tank. It's not a sales environment, rather a place where these bankers and these fintechs can come together to solve the problems that exist in this industry today. This program has also been incredibly helpful as it relates to the number of our alumni who have also been on this innovation journey. Last year's ThinkTech participants, Lemonade and Quillo, both won at Finovate in New York. And I think you'll see that this group, and we want to continue that history. I think you'll see this group is well aligned to also bring back some of the gold. We're also going to name, as Stephanie mentioned, a new MVP, and also you all have a chance to vote on the audience choice this later today as well. The selection timing of this for our newest cohort couldn't be better in terms of enabling community bankers' continued success. With, as I mentioned, these 2 camps that they've fallen into here, which is acquiring and retaining deposits and the real-time payment solutions. In a few minutes, you're going to hear from C-Note, Spiral, and Micronotes, who are helping community banks with the challenge of not only attracting, but retaining deposits, which is equally, and I think are doing it in innovative new ways. As Kevin mentioned, having access to funds in real time has been more important than ever. We are hearing a lot about FedNow, obviously the increased demand from the community and from commerce to be able to transact money between ourselves and just pay the babysitter. It'd be a lot easier, right? Nobody writes checks anymore. These are also very timely and relevant. We're going to see from and hear from Finley Neural Payments and also Pigeon, who will share their thoughts around that. As some of you know, we've done a little building this airplane while we've been flying it over the last 10 weeks. But I'm delighted to report that we've got the landing gear working, and we hope you'll see a perfect landing today. So please fasten your seatbelts. I'm going to hand the controls back to Stephanie as we continue to demonstrate that this is the best place for fintechs and community banks to work in the world. Thank you.
From Atlanta, Georgia, please welcome Abhishek Viraganta, CEO and founder of Pigeon.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Abhishek Viraganta. I'm the founder and CEO of Pigeon. We're a faster payments hub. And my ask for you today is to start forming your faster payment strategy. When you're ready, please reach out to us to help you execute on that strategy, as many other financial institutions have. Question becomes, why faster payments now? Without a faster payment strategy, banks risk creating a cost center instead of a new source of revenue. The reality is your competitors are targeting your customers offering these types of solutions. These are large financial institutions, non-depository fintechs. These are folks that can afford to offer this as a loss leader without the operational efficiencies that you need to have as a community bank. But that doesn't change the fact that instant and real-time payments are here. They are a part of our day-to-day lives, but a lot of people think that Zelle, other apps, right, Cash App, Venmo, are all faster payment solutions, instant real-time payment solutions, but they're not. Really, with a product like Pigeon, you'll have the ability to understand and monitor your customers' behavior on these new faster payments. So what is a faster payment? Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. The Federal Reserve, the Fed, has announced a Fed Now service that's going to be live in a month. The clearinghouse has had real-time payments, or the RTP network, live for the past 6 or so years. So with that in mind, these are the first new payments rails we've seen in the last 40 years. They are the fastest payment rails we've ever seen in the United States, with settlement times under 20 seconds. And they're more affordable than wires, more affordable than cards, with payments that settle under 20 seconds. I said that again, I don't want to gloss over it. Settlement under 20 seconds means in 20 seconds, you will have the liquidity at your bank, you will have the funds available to your customer, and you can capitalize on that liquidity. You can make that available for other use. So what is Pigeon? Pigeon is a faster payments hub for community banks. It was designed for community banks, and it was designed to settle transactions under 20 seconds. Really, there's 3 key touch points that we have as a part of the Pigeon faster payments ecosystem, as well as the integrations you need to get your faster payment solution off the ground. This includes the payments engine with connectivity and maintenance 24/7, 365 to the RTP network, to the FedNow service, alongside the administration portal, our admin portal, with the operational reporting you need to run your bank, and a transactional archive to make sure that you know what's going on with your customers. Then when you're ready, our third touch point, the outbound payments module, is then available to you with front-end platforms and an open API that you can use to roll these payments out to your customers. Our clients, on day one, just turning on our payments engine, start receiving payments. On day one, turning on Pigeon's payments engine, you will receive payments over RTP. You will receive payments from earned wage access style use cases, so DoorDash, Lyft, Uber, Grubhub. In your community, you have these gig economy employees. But the problem is when they click the instant cash out button, they then have to either move those funds to a prepaid debit card if you're not live on RTP today, or to the checking account at another bank. Instead, when you go live on RTP, you will start receiving those payments. Just as much, we talked about non-depository fintechs earlier, PayPal, Square, Venmo. These are the types of folks that have wallets that you don't have those funds at your bank. Instead, when you get live on RTP, your customers can start cashing out instantly to your accounts. Now with Pigeon, we are also a part of the FedNow pilot program. My team's been hard at work making sure that we're live day one. We are certified for FedNow day one. And also certified and also going live day one of FedNow is the US Department of the Treasury. That will be IRS tax refunds, Social Security payments, FEMA disaster relief payments are just some of the payments that folks are thinking about that the Treasury Department will be able to send over FedNow when FedNow goes live in a month. Now, with that said, I'm really excited to show you what our team has been working on. This is the FedNow RTP administration portal from Pigeon that allows you to go live. So up here at the top of the screen, you're able to get a quick sense for what's going on with your customers. You get a few key data points just by logging in, just by landing on the dashboard. Now, are your customers adopting this at the clip you expect? All of that information is available. And it's important to remember that we are also a payments hub. You can also see the payment volume over these faster payments rails. So FedNow, RTP. You can even see from this graph the spike in FedNow transactions from when we were getting certified to go live on the FedNow network. All of this is visible at a single glance from this landing dashboard, but let's dig a little bit deeper. Let's go ahead and pull up your list of customers. Clicking on the user management tab then pulls up a list of all of the customers that you've brought live onto the system. You can see, you can search, you can filter these customers, but I'm gonna go ahead and look up the username for one of my customers. Clicking on view, I'm now able to see the date of birth, the last 4 of the social of a customer that is live on this platform with the geolocation details so that I can make sure that these transactions are securely flowing. These make sure that I'm talking to the right person and they're doing exactly with the platform what I expect them to do. Now, hopping over to the payment history tab, clicking on the payment history tab gives me a list of all of the transactions that this customer has run. FedNow, RTP, all of them are aggregated here, and you can see the payment date, confirmation number, as well as who was from, who was to, and the amount. Clicking on details then gives you a full breakdown of that transaction with all of the data from those networks. Sender, receiver, routing number, account, all that's available with the remarks, including sandwich and the emoji that was used to send that payment. You can see that this transaction was completed, and any other metadata that the networks need you to have is available from that screen. Clicking on the reports module then gives you a sense for, all right, we have a lot of reports. The payments breakdown report gives you all of the transactions that your bank has run. But let's click on the settlement report because that is the only report that you may access day in and day out. What this does is this gives you a breakdown of all of the credits you've sent, all of the debits you've sent, and a view for what the net settlement position is like at that network. So you can reconcile against your Fed statement, against your correspondent statement, export to CSV, PDF, and then pull all of those transactions for easy operations day in and day out to keep the cost down on implementing these new faster solutions. With that said, this is just a high-level overview of our Pigeon administration platform for your bank to be able to take control of your faster payments future. Thank you all so much for paying attention through my presentation, and I really appreciate it. And again, I reiterate my ask. Please do start forming your faster payment strategy and do reach out to us to help you execute on those at a high level. I really appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, flying our plane north to New York, New York, please welcome Sean Melamed from Spiral.
Hi, Sean Melamed. I'm CEO and co-founder of Spiral. Let's talk about the amazing opportunity that exists for community banks with deposits. And we'll start with some numbers. 80% of deposits today sits with the top 20 banks in the US. And when we compare the ages of community banks versus large bank customers, there's a big difference. 57% community banks customers are over the age of 52. In comparison, 65% of large bank customers are under the age of 50. The scales are tipped. The large banks are winning the battle for the younger demographic deposits. And that's exactly where the big opportunity lies for community banks and growing into deposits. The headwinds are quite real of getting there for community banks. Customer acquisition is expensive across all channels. Differentiating your brand versus the large national or regional brands is hard because they have large budgets around digital innovation and digital experiences. And increasing engagement is hard across all generations, but especially as you go to the younger generation because of the lower attention span. All of this in a highly incentivized environment create a retention challenge. And that's where Spiral steps in. We help community banks like yourself grow deposits, attract new depositors, and amplify the impact to your communities. We help community banks win with your natural competitive edge, which is your community affinity. How do we do this? So we embed community impact directly into core financial product, into banking product, and we transform them to have community affinity in them. We do this to help people easily do good directly from their bank account. And we do this to help community banks like yourself grow deposits, attract new depositors, increase engagement in your product, enhance revenues. So let's take, for example, our everyday impact product. You can see my phone. I'm a father for 4 kids. And every time that I swipe my card, something positive is happening in my community. For example, I went to the Green Pork Cafe because it's a drink categories. The roundup was used to provide 1 week worth of clean water to somebody in need. And when I go to Maggiano's, a restaurant with my kids, they know when I pay the bill, the roundup is used to provide a meal to a child in need. And when I put gas in my car, my younger daughter, Miley, who loves the environment, knows that the roundup is used to plant a tree to offset my carbon emission. It makes doing good extremely easy, accessible, and frictionless, and gives this dopamine hit that every time I swipe my card, something positive is happening in my community. You can see on the right the Community Impact Center, where it accumulates my actions and how they translate to positive impact in the community. It's not about just one customer. You can actually, with our product, aggregate the impact across all of your customers. And you can show how many meals we provided in the last month and show that on your website. We also generate weekly and monthly engagement emails that helps you lead people back to the digital banking experiences. All in all, we enable you to create a much stronger affinity to your underlying served communities. Which nonprofits and causes exist in your community? We can help you connect them and connect to your customers better. So for example, if you want every swipe to translate to helping veterans in your community, if you want every swipe to translate to helping specific faith groups, or anything else you can think of, you can tell that narrative directly from your banking product. We have 3 products like this that are designed for different type of customers that you actually have in the bank. The first one you just saw, the Everyday Impact on the left, it's our transactional solution. The Giving Center is designed to help people easily donate to any charity in the US directly from their bank account for the first time, and then get all the charitable gift receipts in one place, as well as for you as a bank, be able to match their donation and get CRA credits in your assessment areas. The Giving Account, our third product, is designed for wealthier customers. They want to have a dedicated charitable giving account, the type called Donor Advice Fund. And the moment they move money into that account, they get a full tax deduction for the year. It's a great way of building a small family foundation or a small business foundation. Let's take a closer look into our Giving Center. This innovative solution enables people to donate directly from their bank account to any charity in the US out of the 1.5 million charities. They can donate once, or they can donate on a monthly basis and get all their charitable gift receipts in one place. In addition, you as a community bank can highlight specific causes and nonprofits in the areas that you're operating. It could be nonprofits you're already working with today, and it could be nonprofits you actually want to attract and get their business deposits as well. You can create fundraisers for things like disaster relief for tornadoes in the Midwest, or disaster relief around a hurricane that just happened in Florida, or just raising money for the Little League's uniforms. It's super flexible. You can also match customer donations in the Giving Center and get CRA credits in your assessment areas. It takes less than 5 seconds to donate to any charity in the US and get my charitable gift receipt directly there inside my bank account. So why should you do this commercially? What we found that you can do extremely well commercially by doing good. When we compared customers in the first 90 days of account opening that turn everyday impact versus people that didn't, 3.6 more monthly transactions coming from those customers, 3 times more monthly deposits coming from those customers, and up to 30% higher digital engagement. So if you're looking for a path to have customers choose you as the primary financial institutions and choose you as the top of wallet choice, we can take you there. The second thing we've proven is by leveraging cause-based marketing in the marketing and creative that you see, for example, here on the right from TikTok, you can acquire customers in a far more cost-effective way. Less than $100 to get a fully funded account, nearly fully funded, get a fully funded account under $100. 65% reduction from the industry average, which is far north of $280. It's super easy to go live with us. We have turnkey integrations with the leading digital banking solutions such as Q2, Jack Henry, Finastra. We're going live soon with Alchemy and NCR as well. We handle all the back office. So we handle all the payments to the charities, generating the charitable gift receipts from an operational perspective, you as the community bank, you don't need to do much. We are a seasoned and experienced banking and fintech executives that build successful companies. We raised $42 million. So we're well capitalized to take you on that journey. And we're looking forward to help you grow through doing good. Thank you very much.
Taking our plane now to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, please welcome Beretta Bay from C-Note.
Well, hello everyone. I'm Beretta Bay. I'm from C-Note. I'm the community director, of community finance for C-Note. It is my pleasure to be able to share with you all how C-Note can help your community bank with your needs for deposits. C-Note, what we do is we help community banks invest in underserved communities. We do this by providing a new source of deposits. The source for these deposits are large corporations, large foundations that are on our platform. They provide the capital for us to be employed to you in the form of deposits. We do this because we're trying to build a more inclusive economy through financial innovation. We're really excited about working with community banks because we believe that community banks provide a vital role in helping marginalized communities move forward. We understand that you all are close to the needs of your community, so we really want to partner with you to really help move the needle in that area. We understand that there's a need for deposits, and so we have identified $1 trillion impact capital opportunity by partnering with impact investors to provide the capital that we can give to you in the form of deposits to help you do the work that you're already doing. We identified that there are 3 problems that community banks are dealing with today. One, there is a huge demand for deposits across the United States. Banks of all sizes are in search of deposits that are sticky and frictionless and dependable. And so you don't want the high fees that come with that either. So we're able to provide that for you. We understand the importance of community banks' impact criteria as it relates to your HMDA reporting, your small business reporting, your CRA requirements, and even to attract new talent and new customers. We want to make sure that the impact story can help drive those initiatives, but we also know that that's not an easy task. And then there's the entrance of fintechs and other new entrants coming into the banking industry. Their presence has made it more difficult for community banks to really differentiate yourselves from the competition without incurring additional expenses. Our solution is the Impact Cash solution. It was designed to really address these issues. So for the first, we have our proprietary technology, our network of impact investors that are bringing sticky deposits into your community bank as you need it. And then we can help community banks really attract new deposits and new talent by telling your story and highlighting your impact. And then lastly, we enjoy helping community banks with the co-branding opportunities with our investors. This investment opportunity and co-branding opportunities help attract new clients and find additional banking opportunities for your bank. We understand the importance of identifying and demonstrating your impact that you have through your communities and that you're driving through your CRA initiatives. When this is done correctly, it attracts additional deposits to your community bank. Our community bank, our investment partners, their press releases have generated massive PR opportunities for our community bank partners. They have identified the fact that through the press releases coming through, mentioning that Apple has invested $25 million into communities of color, they mention in that press release our community bank partners by name. And then they republished that press release on 470 websites across the globe. That really elevated visibility for our community bank partners. This quote is from the president and CEO of Optus Bank. He just explains that there's other sources of deposits that provide liquidity for community banks, but very few drive impact. C-Note's deposits create impact. C-Note is intentionally an impact-driven company. We bring our impact investors to community banks for free. There's 3 additional points that we would like for you to take away from this presentation. One is that our program is absolutely free to community banks because C-Note is compensated by our impact investors. 2, there's no integration into your core system. And then 3, you do not need to be a CDFI or MDI to participate in this program. And so for more information, please visit our website, and thank you for your time.
Traveling now all the way out west to Berkeley, California, please welcome Parker Steed of Micronotes.
Hello, Atlanta. Can everybody hear me? Is it working? All right, great, beautiful. Thanks for showing up today. We really appreciate it. And start with a story. When I was a kid, much like the picture you saw on the last slide, I used to go to the branch with my dad, right, on the way here, on the way home from there. And then at some point, those visits stopped because the bank came to my dad. Now, when we bring in interns from MIT, I hear things like, "I've never been in a branch before. Tell me what that was like." And I think, wow, I feel my age. And I also think how critical it is that the work we're doing to keep community bankers connected with their customers that they might not see anymore. And we do so in online and mobile banking, emulating the conversations that they used to have in the branch. Let me show you what that looks like. Micronote serves about 140 community banks in the US, and we didn't get here alone. We've got support. We have a distribution relationship with Fiserv, and we're a portfolio company of Experian Ventures, TTV Capital, most recently BankTech Ventures, and of course, we're excited and proud to be part of the ThinkTECH Accelerator and enable a lot more community bankers to do something incredible connecting with their customers using their data and our technology. Through that lens, we're going to talk about deposits, and then we're going to briefly touch on loans. So let's jump in. We receive bank data all the time. And because we receive that data regularly, we start to get a good sense of things like deposit account balance, or average anyhow. And then we're able to see things like this. An exceptional deposit is what we'd call that. Raise your hand if you've ever dropped an exceptional deposit off of the bank, and that might be you sold a house or a large asset. I see. Okay, there we go. It delayed. We got the hands. Now, keep your hand raised if your banker called you and said, "Hey, I'm so grateful that you dropped those deposits with us. We really appreciate your business." I don't see any. Oh, one. Beautiful. Hats off to that banker. That's the problem we're solving. So our technology actually identifies this opportunity. More importantly, it starts a conversation with the customer to keep those deposits in your bank. What else are we doing for deposits? We're looking at your data, your customer data, digital and non-digital, and we're using AI or machine learning to start to get a good sense of next best product, things like money market account. So we look at the data and we see who has a money market account, who doesn't, but probably should. And then we go start a conversation like this. And this, think of Netflix, right? It's Friday night, you're finishing up the last episode of that season, and what do? 3 ideas of things you could watch based on your preferences, and they start auto-playing the trailers. But that's not all we can predict. We can predict things like delinquency. Why don't we go start having a conversation with that customer about an overdraft protection product? We can predict things like attrition. We know who's going to leave the bank in the next 90 days. Why don't we find the profitable ones and try to keep them? Now, most people are thinking, yeah, Parker, I get it, but we've got banner ads in our online mobile capability. We don't need this. What's the difference? First and foremost, click-through rate. You're going to get a lot more clicks, a lot more engagement. More importantly, for community banks, we start conversations, which enables you to learn from your customers and about them, ultimately better serving them and keeping the community in community banking. That you can't do with a banner ad. So it usually comes as a surprise because we sit on the retail side of the business that we can help with commercial. We can. We help by asking a question like this: are you a small business owner? And we uncover what we call the camouflage small businesses through the retail side of your bank. In doing so, finding who those bankers are, we can then go follow up with the same technology and cross-sell things like a small business credit card or a small business loan. This is all without adding an extra employee or adding to your headcount, without increasing costs, so you can grow efficiently while you're building the pillars of your community, which are those small businesses. So a lot of you are going to go home, and I want to make sure you have something for everybody when you get there. So let's talk about some of the other use cases. Maybe somebody in lending is saying, I want to know when the next mortgage opportunity is going to come up. We can help with that. Maybe it's somebody in digital saying, hey, we just invested in all these digital products. How do we make sure we can promote them across our base? Maybe it's somebody in lending saying we need to add more of those small businesses to our portfolio. We can help there. What about something like life events, getting ahead of those and making sure we can help those customers through those? Maybe it's somebody from operations saying we need to clean the data, we need to update contact info from the core. We'll help with that. And maybe it's something like SVB goes sideways and somebody from marketing says we need to make sure our customers know their money's safe here. We can help there. So there's too many use cases to talk about today, but the idea is take your best universal banker, turn them digital, and now they're combing your data 24/7 and going and starting meaningful conversations with your customers in the digital channels. Another problem we're solving is this. Your customers are being bombarded by ads, competitors and fintechs trying to pull not only wallet share, but the whole customer relationship. So we partnered with Experian to use bureau data and take your customers one at a time and look and see using things like credit score and making sure they don't have any bankruptcies or delinquencies, finding the creditworthy customers across your base. Once we narrow down across your base of customers who are the most creditworthy, these are the folks you wish would borrow more from you. Then we go and we see, who are they banking with? Which debt products do they have? How much are they paying on those debt products? And from there, we can start to find meaningful savings if they were to bring those loans home to you. So for non-digital, we go and we create the collateral. That's going to be direct mail. For digital, it's email. They're all personalized, hyper-personalized. So unique dollar savings amounts for every customer. And we start to reach out to those customers. And then for the digital folks, we actually go and we represent in online and mobile like this. Joan logs in, she sees she's pre-approved, meaning she already checks all your underwriting criteria boxes. We'll give her the loan if she wants it. We know we can save her about $4,300 by taking some credit cards off book and consolidating those into a home equity loan, because we know she has a mortgage and we know she has enough equity to check your LTV box. We've done the hard math to make something meaningful for Joan. So Joan might say, tell me more. In this case, we'll tell a little bit more. If she says later, we'll follow up automatically. In the case that she wants to learn more now, we're going to learn more about Joan. Is she a spender or a saver? And we might bring that up when we get her on the phone. Finally, Joan's going to tell us how she wants to be followed up. And that can be a phone call. We'll route it to the right banker in real time. It might be apply now. We'll send her to a digital application. Maybe it's a text or an email. We'll send that in real time, white labeled on behalf of the bank. All Joan knows is that her bank is high tech, high touch, and she gets what she wants when she needs it. So if you're looking to take your data and make it actionable and stay connected to your customers using technology, and you need to retain and grow deposits or book better loans, give us a call. We'd be happy to help. Thank you.
Only a short plane ride now to Los Angeles, California. Please welcome Lori Shao from Finley.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lori Shao, and I'm the CEO and founder of Finley. And at Finley, we are your business deposit acquisition and retention partner. Raise your hand if you've heard of Venmo. Should be everyone. What about Square? Okay, also everyone. Let me give you a tough one. How about Honeybook? Oh, just two. Okay, great. Well, millions of small and mid-sized businesses use at least one platform to help them whether collect payments or manage a certain portion of their businesses. And that directly contributes to some of the challenges community bankers face. So if your objective is to decrease deposit leakage, increase non-interest income, and deepen your relationships with your business clients, then Finley would be an excellent, excellent partner. Especially in recent years, business owners are expecting more from their bankers, right? Beyond the traditional banking services. They're embracing the digital world. They're sprinting fast towards that neobank, telling them, hey, I'll give you inventory management with a CRM, but you have to use my debit card. There are thousands of fintechs in the market today, helping small businesses level the playing field, giving them tools that historically were only accessible by large corporations. And Finley is one of them. But our focus, our objective is to help you, the community banker, compete and win. Embed Finley into your suite of solutions so that we can better support businesses together. Finley is a digital back office for small, mid, and large businesses. And we support them with solutions like digital invoicing, inventory management, CRM, communications, and so much more. But let me walk you through a use case that really captures the power of Finley. So I'm a landscaper, and I'm just getting done in my current gig, walking to my truck, and a neighbor walks by. And he's like, Lori, can you come and remove 2 dead trees from my yard once you're done? And I'm like, okay. So on my mobile device, in my Finley environment, I create a CRM profile for this new person that I just met right now, send him an invoice for the 2 tree removals, and get payment confirmation, all within minutes. So after I examined the situation, I realized, oh, wait a minute. Your trees are dead because you have an irrigation problem. You have 2 broken pipes. You want me to fix them for you and replace them? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. So in my Finley's in my Finley's invoice builder, I'm able to add installation fee and add the 2 pipes that I just sold to this new customer. And as I do that, it automatically adjusts in my Finley's inventory management system, where I keep tabs of all the supplies and materials I have with quantities and set reordering triggers, right? So again, everything is talking to each other. Now, after I remove the dead trees and install the 2 pipes, the customer loves me. And he's like, Lori, can you be my ongoing landscaper? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So I'm already there with my mobile device. I send him a quote. And at the same time, I'm taking some photos of the yard. And then I'm able to upload that information into my Finley data warehouse, right? Where within the CRM, I'm able to capture and store and transform paper to digital, all of the assets I have for these customers. In addition to that, liability waivers, any other type of contract. And once that quote is executed, we're able to convert that to a recurring invoice, sent automatically from the landscaper to this new customer. This is an example that captures the essence of Finley on why we exist. Because small business owners, they're super resilient. They can figure out a lot of things. They can figure out how to use QuickBooks invoicing and Zoho for CRM and Excel spreadsheets and like Post-it notes for what they promise and all the teasers and so forth. But what they cannot figure out is they don't code, they don't understand APIs, they can't figure out Zapier. Nothing behind the scenes talk to each other. So even though they are giving their customers a digital experience, they're only adding to the administrative burden behind the scenes, weighing them down further. But by using Finley as a true one-stop shop digital back office, they're able to do so much more and focus on what they do best, even with little to no resources, as long as they have Finley in their back pocket. So imagine how powerful it would be for your banker to position Finley or your banking solutions to a prospect, a business prospect, when they have a solution like Finley in their toolbox. Imagine how quickly your financial institution is differentiated from the pack when you have Finley as a part of your business offering. And icing on top, we also provide you data and analytics through our FI dashboard. You're able to get real-time insight on the financial health of your businesses, like pulling data like a month-over-month invoicing volume, transaction volume, quality of the payers, and so forth, so that you can be informed to have a really close pulse to the financial health of your business and support them in the best way possible. There is other players in this ecosystem that we're supporting. So I have a side-by-side comparison between Finley and Autobooks. And outside of Autobooks, there's MineralTree, there's Bill.com, and a handful of others. But why are there tools being adopted in such low percentage rates after so many years? Well, let's go back to that landscaper example. Me, the landscaper, would have to be the owner, the operator, right? Have access to online banking, need to just send out an invoice and don't have QuickBooks for me to remember to use Autobooks. But what if I'm also, not the owner? What if I am one of 30 trucks, field technicians working for a landscaping company? So whether I am an owner operator or one of 30 technicians on the field, I would be able to do everything I just described if the landscaping company is on Finley. Finley is a more comprehensive and scalable solution, helping small businesses, medium-sized businesses, whether you are a company of one or a company of hundreds, because we're built with your most pressing technology gaps in mind, and we fill those gaps. We financially lift you. That's what Finley stands for, by the way, financial lift, and bridge the access gap so that you can do more with very little resources. Don't look at Finly as another widget or a plugin. Instead, view Finly as a sister company that is solely focused on innovating solutions to help your banker better support your business customers. With our results-driven rev share model, we're able to benefit if we can demonstrate quantifiable value in helping you deepen your business relationships, increase non-interest income, increase business deposits. And because you have Finly within your suite of solutions, you're able to attract net new businesses in your community to your bank. My ask today is for your interest and consideration. If you want to learn more about how Finly is supporting community banks achieve a win-win outcome, please reach out to me directly, lori@finly.com. Let Finly help you become the most powerful champion in your business community. Thank you.
And now, our final stop before returning to Atlanta, from Cincinnati, Ohio, please welcome Melissa Kopp, Neural Payments.
Hey everyone. Thank you, Stephanie. Hi everyone, I'm Melissa Cobb with Neural Payments. So the world is a-changing, and a few things have changed more than commerce. And a few examples are touchless payments. We all use them, right? Not just Gen X, not just Gen Z, everybody. We use QR codes. They didn't even exist 4 years ago. Another example is P2P payments. We all use them, not just Gen X, not just Gen Z. In fact, when Venmo first launched, the average transfer amount was $25. Today, that average transfer amount is between $65 and $75. What's more alarming is that on any given day, there's an average daily balance of over $3 billion sitting in external wallets like PayPal, like Venmo, and like Cash App. So it begs the question, are you at your community bank responding to these changes in commerce? You should be, because transactions drive revenue, and you know this. But like many financial institutions, you might be focused on the wrong transactions to truly embed yourself within your customer's commerce cycle. And here's why. So as a community bank, you are focused on the macro life events, right? You're focused on making loans and helping finance cars and helping your customers finance their kids' college. For some consumers, those events happen over a span of 20 years. For some, they don't happen at all. But when they do, you as the community bank don't uniquely own the path to make those loans over that 20-year period. Instead, what you do own is the micro events that consumers love and they're really brand loyal to you as a result of. Things like the ability to use your debit card to tap to pay for coffee, or to use your rewards points to buy their groceries at the store, or to use your buy now, pay later solution to finance that big purchase. It's those things that really keep them brand loyal. You want them to bank with you, and you want them to trust you. Your consumers are thinking about commerce every single day. And if you're not with them, you're going to lose them to solutions that will enable them to send and receive funds and transact in the manner in which they choose. Neural Payments becomes one of those micro sticky solutions for you. One of those little carrots that your customers love. What we have created here at Neural Payments is a platform that enables two people to exchange money between one another regardless of the platform that they're using. Imagine a world where I can send money to Wayne and I don't care what he uses. He gets to choose and make the decision on where his money goes. That's a better experience for both of us. Or a world where I can pay my landscaper with a P2P solution versus writing a costly check. So simple, yet so effective. Or what about a P2P solution that also serves as a digital acquisition channel for you so that you can reach new banking relationships? So subtle, yet so effective. But what's really important here is through the Neural Payment solution, you're able to say to your customers, bring your deposits back into me from wallets like Venmo and PayPal and Cash App, because I'm still going to allow you to transact with your friends and family in the manner in which you're used to doing. It's a small win for your consumer, but that's a massive deposit recapture opportunity for you at the bank. So whether you've been in payments for 2 decades, like I have, or you're new to payments, I'm going to align us all on a simple analogy here. So money movement has long been thought of as a system of rails. And the endpoints that you see around the circle here run on various tracks. The problem has been, is there has been no way for your community bank to embed yourself in the middle of those rails. There's been no way for you to sit in the middle and enable money to move from within your ecosystem between those endpoints. Neural Payments has created a connectivity engine which allows those two people to exchange funds regardless of the solution that you're using. We do it all on your existing debit infrastructure. And oh yeah, we also do it from within your digital banking experience, completely white labeled, and I don't need to touch your core to make it happen either. And my friend Eric here is going to show you exactly how we do it.
When it comes to his friends, Eric has an incredible memory. He remembers their top 10 movies, their most loved songs, their favorite restaurants, and he always remembers their birthdays. But what Eric never seems to remember is his wallet. That's why Eric and his friends are so happy that Eric's financial institution has a mobile banking app with an embedded P2P solution powered by Neural Payments. When Eric forgets his wallet, he can quickly and easily pay his friends back using Neural Payments' P2P solution. He simply chooses his friend, Amy, from his list of contacts, enters the payment amount, and types in a quick note to say thank you. Because Amy also uses a financial institution that offers the Neural P2P solution, the payment immediately appears in her checking account. Best of all, unlike other P2P solutions, Eric can pay his friends easily, even when their financial institutions aren't using Neural Payments. When he sends money to his friend Julia, who doesn't have the Neural P2P solution within her mobile banking app, she will be able to easily make the choice on where she wants her money to go. Julia instantly receives a text message from Eric that he has sent her cash. When Julia clicks on the text link, she can choose where to deposit the funds, to her Venmo account, her PayPal account, or even her checking account. Once Julia makes the selection, the cash is instantly in the account of her choice. This way, Julia is in control of her money, and she never has to download another P2P app to access it. With the P2P app from Neural Payments, Eric and his friends never have to worry about money affecting their friendships, and they can focus on remembering the things that matter, even when Eric forgets his wallet. For more information about how your financial institution can implement P2P solutions with Neural Payments, please reach out to sales@neuralpayments.com.
We all have an Eric in our lives, right? I know that I do. So I love this company, and I'm so excited about the future. So I hope that you all will take this conversation back to your bank, and we can put our heads together and get really smart about payments. What we're doing here at Neural Payments, we're a group of 20 payments geeks who have brought payments and fintech together, and we're delivering it on your existing infrastructure. And that, my friends, is so smart. It's simple. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage Stephanie Foster and Charles Potts.
Woohoo!
Wow.
Holy cow. First of all, thank you everybody for showing up and participating today. Thank you everybody online. This is demonstrative of what community banking is all about, this collaboration between all of you, all of the bankers who have been involved in this process for the last 10 weeks, many of you subject matter experts and supporters of what we've been doing. Thank you for coming out today to the cohort, to the founders and participants. Thank you so much for all that you've given this last 10 weeks. We know what a grind it has been. We know how much blood, sweat, and tears and passion you put into this, and appreciate your efforts and what was demonstrated here today.
It most definitely takes a village to run an accelerator, and we are grateful for our village.
That's right. And you know, demonstrating what really is the ICBA mission to create and promote an environment where community banks can flourish is really what you're seeing here today, is this environment, this ecosystem, this collaborative effort is critical to the success of the community bankers, and we believe is important to the success of many of these companies. So thank you for coming out and doing this and giving of your time. We're going to go into now our awards, and we're going to talk about our awards and give all of you a chance to vote on the audience choice.
That's the fun part.
This is the fun part. This is for all of you here and online. We're going to put up the QR code. Yes. So if you'll take out your cameras, your phones, and go online both here and at home, wherever you may be, you will get a chance to vote on your favorite participant here. And you have one and only one you can vote for. No voting multiple times. So please take your time to do that. We would appreciate your contribution here as well. And while that is going on, we have another surprise award to give out. And this is selected by the ICBA Innovation Team. Stephanie, would you like to talk about the most valuable participant?
I don't know why I get to do this. It's been an amazing 10 weeks spending endless Zoom hours, witnessing our cohort companies, doing bank visits, attending SME sessions, one-on-ones every Friday afternoon, countless emails and calendar invites. We have really grown to get to know these founders and their teams and their companies. But typically, there is one particular cohort member that stands out, who gives it their all, who progresses through the program, shows up on time, always delivers, most positive feedback from our bankers and the cores and the partners and all of you who have come through the program and have witnessed these companies pitch. And it's called the MVP Award, Most Valuable Participant. It's a bit of a painful process to go through and decide who gets this prestigious award, as all of the cohort members have put so much into the 10 weeks and helping us make this program successful and bringing new cutting-edge technology to our community banks. And this year was, again, a tough decision.
Drum roll, please.
Drum roll, please. AP5's most valuable participant is Spiral.
Woohoo!
Sean and Jim, please come up to receive your award.
You guys, come on, Jim. Come on up, Sean. Congratulations.
Thank you.
These guys absolutely gave it their all. Not that anybody didn't. This was a tough choice. Thank you so much. Yeah, exactly. Get on the other side. Oh, you. Nah, no. Yeah, this side. Here we go. Let's go this way. All right.
Thank you so much.
Cool. Thank you, guys. Smile. Thank you.
All right. Do we have the results for audience? Yeah, audience choice. Has everybody voted? If you have not voted, raise your hand. I will come find you. Our audience online, hope you have all got the chance to vote. Do we have the results, Charles?
We do. Gotta open this.
And our audience choice award goes to Neural Payments.
Woo!
Wow. Please come receive your award.
Vic, somewhere out there, congratulations. I know you're watching. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, cool. Thank you.
Refuses to turn around. Okay. All right. Well, we're pretty much at the end of it. I would really like to take this time to thank all of you for being here with us, spending your afternoon with us as we celebrate our cohort, as we celebrate AP5. And I had to write this down because there are a lot of people I don't want to forget when I say all my thank yous. But the ThinkTech Innovation Team has planned, launched, and executed this program in 120 days.
Yeah.
We could not have done this without the support of our immediate leadership, Kevin Tweddle, Charles Potts, Wayne Miller, our broader innovation team, and they're all here with us today, Adam, Christina, Joey, Laura and Lauren, Leandra, and also Amelia, my right hand. Thank you to the ICBA leadership, executive leadership team, Marcom, events, Community Banker University, IT. Thank you, Antonio, for all your help. And all the MROs, Bill and the team, thank you. Thank you to all of our community bankers who actively participated over the last 10 weeks, spent countless of hours on Zoom with us. Thank you to all of the SMEs, our bankers in residence, the cores, the partners, consulting firms, venture capitalists who have all provided coaching and feedback to our cohort. Thank you to our ecosystem here in Georgia who have welcomed us with open arms, the CBA of Georgia, Tag FinTech, the Metro Atlanta Chamber, FinTech Atlanta, ATDC, Georgia FinTech Academy, Whipfly, and so many others. Thank you so much for your support. And finally, to the AP5 cohort, I'm gonna cry again. We are so proud of you, so proud. Thank you for your dedication and your commitment to this program. We can't do this without you. Your success is our success. Thank you for showing up and giving it your all. And remember, this is not an ending. It's the beginning of your next chapter with the ICBA as corporate members. Thank you so much. And now for a few announcements, since we have time. We would love to invite all of you who are here in person in Atlanta to join us tomorrow morning. We are going to be at the Renaissance Hotel in Midtown all day. We're kicking off at 8:30 for a breakfast panel moderated by Wayne Miller with two founders, actually, two local Atlanta founders. One of them is an alumnus of the ThinkTech program from a few years ago, Zach Duke from Finisec, who is here in the crowd somewhere. Hey, Zach, who's here in the crowd. So Zach is one of our panelists. We also have another local founder, Dr. Novellis, who will be joining us tomorrow to talk about their founder stories, all the pitfalls, the successes that they've experienced, provide some advice and some tips to our cohort, as well as the community at large. And also both have developed a unique interest in ChatGPT. So we're gonna talk about that as well. I invite you to come and join us. Following our panel tomorrow morning, they'll have an opportunity during our ThinkTech in an Instant program for all of our guests and community bankers to spend 15 minutes roundtable discussions with the cohort to learn more about their solutions for community banks. You are welcome to stay for that. We'll serve lunch and wrap up the day with office hours. I encourage all of you to come back and spend the day with us at the Renaissance tomorrow. And yes, we get to do this all over again. Taking applications for our next accelerator program kicking off in September later this year. Our two areas of focus are going to be data and small business solutions tailored for community banks. If you are a founder here in the audience, virtually or in person, interested in our program, I encourage you to scan the QR code or go to our website so you can go ahead and apply and be considered for our next accelerator program kicking off in September right here in Atlanta. And last but not least, it's time to party. Join us downstairs. Doors open at 4:30 for cocktails, some food, a whole lot of selfies, and celebrating our cohort. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. All of you online, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Please note that a recording of this show will be available and sent to you via email tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.